Hey, what's going on YouTube? I am back with another review, and if you do enjoy these reviews, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. In any case, I wanted to get a new herb vaporizer. I like my Arizer Air 2, but it's not quite as discreet as I need it for my upcoming trip. So I really wanted something that, unless you really knew what you were looking at, it was gonna be basically look like some type of either disposable or just small pod vape system. And that's where this Dazzleaf Pixii comes in, because in a lot of festivals they're getting a little bit more stringent on the using bigger box mods, things like that. And so they're a lot of places are now only allowing things like these little vape pens in. Pretty handy. It's a 1,000 mAh battery. Doesn't really feel like it. It's pretty light. But it's a little herb vaporizer, and I got it for $30. Now the MSRP is 60. For $60, I don't know if I would go for this. There's another vape that would probably end up being worth better at that point, a price point. But for this, I got this for $30. And for $30, this is a solid starter vape, even discreet or not, really. It comes in with 3 temperatures: 390, 405, and 420. Basically, it's just a really simple device. If you open it up here, look inside, it's just a ceramic little chamber there. Really simple with those 5 holes. And it's literally just this one button here. You click 5 times to turn it on, and then immediately starts heating up. And it's just going to immediately start doing what your last setting was. So for white, you got 420, and then green 390, blue 405. I mean, for me, it's either blue or white. Even it's the hits are definitely a little bit wispier than, say, the Arizer Air 2. It just doesn't, it's not going to have quite the oomph, the power, but it heats up quickly. It's pretty convenient, and especially at the 420 range, it is a pretty solid hit. I've gotten pretty ripped off of this quite a few times. I've had this for a few weeks now, testing it out, and it's turned out quite nicely. Now this thing probably hold about 1/3 of a gram in here. Well, it'll go a decent amount. You definitely want to pack it all the way. I tried loading it about halfway, putting a tiny bit, just kind of finishing off what I had in my grinder. It does not really work the same. You kind of need that bit of pressure in there, just all of it holding steady so that it cooks as evenly as possible. I was barely getting anything when I filled it halfway, which is not, that wouldn't be much anyway, but at least in my, say, desktop vape or whatnot, it would still have something. In here it was I wasn't hardly getting anything at all. It's got USB-C, but it's not I don't know if I would call it fast charging. It does take I think 45 minutes to fully charge. The 45 minutes to hour range, it does take a little while for USB-C, but it's not crazy long. Okay. Maybe it's a 3-minute timer. Because maybe it's a 3-minute timer. But man, that was a decent rip. And I really wasn't expecting much out of this. I mean, even when pulling it out of the box, it does feel like kind of a light, dinky feeling vape. It feels like some knockoff. And when I first started buying vapes, I've bought a lot of knockoff vapes that just they were terrible. But especially for $30, I'm really impressed. This wouldn't be a daily driver by any means. I mean, maybe if you're just getting into vaping, a nice little intro. But this is more for your vacation, the place where it's not going to be as welcome to be smoking a pipe out in public and whatnot. Or even just having some vape that looks funky. There's so many different, portable vapes now, but they tend to look a little funky sometimes, and it ends up, being a little bit more obvious that it's not exactly a nicotine vape. But with this, it's so discreet. I mean, you can just hold it like you can't even see it really as you're hitting it. It fits in the palm of your hand like a disposable. So like not only is it covered up really well like this, even if somebody did see it, like you were just kind of whatever. I mean, unless you're looking up close and you know the brand, or you just, unless you know what you're looking at, I mean by comparison, yeah, here's a nicotine pod vape right here, yeah? They look so similar. It's a little shorter, stubbier. It's a little wider. The only difference is this has a little bit more weight to it. You can feel like there's just some more sturdy, like battery inside the way it's designed. This just feels like it has a little bit more weight. This feels kind of a little bit cheaper plastic, a little bit lighter, but perfect level of discreetness, and I'm getting some good hits out of this. Solid rips. I mean, it's just a little bit more convenient than an Air 2. I mean, Air 2 is nice and all. It's just a lot bigger. It's just clunkier. This is like, I have no worries of, anybody looking at me, taking a second glance, being like, what is he hitting? Surprisingly solid vape. I really didn't expect much out of this, but this is actually pretty freaking good. It's the Dazzleaf Pixii. Not the biggest fan of the name. I don't know. Pixii just, I don't know. I feel like that could have been named a little better, but it's a solid vape. If you find yourself in the need for a very ultra discreet vape, I wouldn't hesitate to pick this up, especially at $30. So yeah, that's I mean, like a 9 out of 10 kind of product for me. It does the job that it's supposed to. It gets the job done. It just gets the job done. So yeah, if you do enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, ring that bell. In any case, you have a great rest of your day.